Hey everybody, welcome up here, Snowrunner. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. Today it's Quarry Incidents. Um, I don't have any vehicles over on this side of the map, and apparently there's a quarry incident. So, what I'm going to do is actually borrow one of these Vorons. Figure which one it is. I only have 18 trucks around the map. We'll just transfer to that one, but we're going to transfer over to that one. Change truck to that one. Detach. And we'll use this one and we'll bring it back. Instead of driving one all the way across the map, we're just going to borrow this one, I guess. Otherwise, it would have taken way longer. So, all we have to do is come out of here and tow a little scout. Well, Lodestar, I guess. International Lodestar. Out of the map. Over to the house right here. Pretty simple. But I had nothing on this side of the map other than the one truck that's over here. But I didn't want to drive that one over. It has a truck and trailer. Had it been one of these, but you know what? I can just drive this back down in the quarry and you never knew it was missing. Alright. So we have to go up and out. So up and out means we could keep going around the map. You know? We're actually towing it in the right direction. If I get it on its wheels, that would be very helpful. So I'm not dragging it. There we go. I have to get a thumbnail. That'll work. New. Quarry incidents. Quarry incidents. Save. Let's rock. Can we get... I bet you it doesn't. You know what? I bet you I gotta repair this fucking thing. I didn't even think of that. And there's not enough repair points on this truck. Oh, I didn't even think of the fact that they're probably gonna make me repair it. Well, hopefully it don't need too much. Seems like it's running, so we'll just tow it out. I would like one of these trucks. Not, I know that I say this, for these kinds of missions, I would like one that has actual tow truck boom on it. I don't know if there is that accessory. You know what I'm saying? Like an actual tow truck boom. I know there's tow trucks in the mod menu, but to put an actual boom on one of these, not a crane, an actual tow truck thing. Tow hook, I guess. Just like a wrecker. Not that this doesn't work, you know what I'm saying? But I think in a lot of incidents, if you can bring the front tires of the thing off the ground, it makes it easier to tow. As opposed to doing it this way. I guess it works either way. I'm just gonna drive around until I get where I gotta go. And then probably off stream, I'll drive this back down into the quarry. Because I won't need it anymore. And you don't want to see that. The way this quarry is built, there's not a whole lot of shortcuts. Just saying. I mean, there might be a few, but they make it, I think it'd be long cuts. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it'd be a shortcut, but then in all reality, it's going to take you longer because of the way the vehicle handles or whatever. Like I could have climbed that. But what would happen if I tip over? There's no winch points anywhere. I'd have been screwed. Yeah. So sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and do it the way they want you to do it instead of trying to cheat it and make it easier. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tighten up this cable a little bit so that we have it a little bit closer together. Again, I don't know. So if it makes me fix it, then I gotta go get the Lodestar, which is gonna suck. Because the Lodestar's got the repair points on it. This has some, but not like the Lodestar. They'll turn a 5-minute mission or 10-minute mission into a freaking hour mission. Just gonna keep rolling here. Again, if you're new to the channel's all Snowrunner. If you're debating on whether you want to spend the money on the game, I would, 100%, or I have. Actually, I bought it a couple times. I have it on PC in 2 locations, one on Steam and one on Epic Games. And then I have this version on the PS5. If you're wondering what vehicle this is, it is a Voron D52 or 53233 JBE edition. Again, I've explained to where he's a friend of mine, actual friend, IRL. Designed these modded vehicles. I just want to get a little bit further away. There we go. He designed these, so I like to promote his stuff. Not to mention I like his stuff. So he makes many different ones. So if you don't like the Voron, you can go with the Paystar. If you like the BM17, he has a version of that. Just check it out in the mod browser. He's got scouts, vehicles. He's got the Tatarian. If you remember that one from the Russian map, Rift. I think it's Rift where you get to keep one. There's one of the Russian, Zimnogorsk. When we're done here, I'll show you. He's got a version of his version of that particular vehicle. I almost never use this tunnel. I don't even know where it comes out at, to be honest. I use the other one. Comes in on the one side. I think I remember where that one comes out. This one comes out, but I don't ever use it. I think it's because the other one's easier to get to. And it puts you on the right side of the map. Alright, so here's the scout vehicle. Don't make me repair it. Just let me drop it off. Oh, shit. Like I said, it's going to make me repair it. And I'm not going to have enough. Repair. I got 250 points and I need more. I'm short by 100 points, roughly. So, what's going to stop the engine? Is this the one I want? Yeah, this is the one I need. I'm going to recover this. I want to show you truck storage. In case you're unfamiliar with Tatarian. This is the Tatarian. Like, that's how Tataran. It's a tank. Literally. Military grade. But it's his version. So it's got the big fat tires on it. My preference, I guess. It's got a lift, suspension lift, and all that stuff. And a tow hook, actually, on this version. The original version of this vehicle that's in-game does not have a tow hook on the back. Like a receiver. So you can't tow trailers. This one you can. But anyway, we're out of here. We gotta drive all the way across the fucking map. Buckle up. We're in for a long ride. going to go this way. I'm going to see if I can get there without looking at a map. Where it's going to drive. See what happens. Again, I just turned a 5-minute or 10-minute mission and do a longer mission because I gotta repair. So be it. I have a couple of these scout vehicles, so it's funny because it's gonna be a Lodestar, repairing a Lodestar. Same vehicle. This was a modded version of it. So in case you're wondering what this is, it's the exact same thing that I'm fixing over there. So if you look in the upper left, it's the International Lodestar 1700, but the JBE edition of it. So it has the big fatty tires on it, suspension lift. Got a repair attachment on the back. It's my scout vehicle, essentially. I have a couple Scouties. It's not the best tower, unless you're towing something small. But she goes through the mud and has the repair points. I need to do some jobs, so. First person it. What's flying? We'll slow it down a little bit. Maybe we'll actually get some traction. We'll actually go somewhere. Alright, so let's save that. Now we're on to the next one here. Crank that up a little bit. Move a little bit faster. So again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. I know I get crap about the fact that I use mods. Well, again, it's my game. I'm going to play it the way I want to play it. You play yours the way you want to play it. You want to do multiplayer, you want to go purists and go no mods, knock it out, knock yourself out. I prefer to go this way. I mean, the missions are still going to be completed the same way I'm doing it, if you're doing it without mods. It's just the fact that it might be a little bit more difficult for you. I mean, you're going to be using whatever, a basic Paystar or a basic BM17 as opposed to a lifted one. It's really that much difference. I don't know if the engines are that much different. I like my off-road transmissions, so I go with this version. I'm probably going to regret the way I'm going here. Again, I'm trying to get across the map without looking at the map. We'll see what happens. I have no idea where I'm going. I mean, I kind of do. I know I'm going in the right direction. It's just, I don't know. Put some lights on here. First person. I remember when I used to have hands on the steering wheel, and it would, when you went first person, the hands would just be crazy. Like he's having a fight and wrestling match with the steering wheel. Then I had the option to take the hands away, which I think is honestly the best way to go with it. This is actually a path, by the way. Unfortunately for myself, I have like, not necessarily a photographic memory, but a good memory when it comes to stupid things. Not the things that actually mean anything, it's just for stupid things. And so, because I've been here before, long time ago, I remember it. I don't know if that constitutes as a photographic memory, but some people can't remember shit when it comes to any of that stuff. Like I'm old school, right? So if I'm going on a trip, okay, so I live in Wisconsin. So say I needed to go to Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, just as a hypothetical situation. So what I do is I Google Omaha, Nebraska, and then I hit directions, right? So then I remember by looking at the map which roads I got to take to get there. Not write it down. I just look at it, go, okay, I got to go on this way, this way, this way, this way, and then I'm done. Now, it's to Omaha, Nebraska, not necessarily to a certain house address. Say, just basically getting there. Once I get there, then I'll look up to where I'm going in Omaha. But I just remember, you know. But some people can't even get to work every day without using a GPS. They're going to someplace super simple in my eyes, and they can't even get to, someplace you go every single day, 5 days a week. Well, I don't say every single day. You go 5 days a week to a certain location, and you still have to use a GPS to get there because you don't have that. And I get it if you get road construction and your route changes a little bit, but you should know your general area where you live. You know? Not that you gotta know every shortcut and every other little thing, but you should know. You know? Just my opinion. But I have that. That's my I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. My wife is like, I don't know how you remember this stuff. I'm like, I just do. It's a dumb thing, but I do. And I'm already over to where that tunnel is. I didn't look at a map. I didn't look at the thing. This is the tunnel that I was just talking about 5 minutes ago, where I don't know where it ends up on the other side of the map. So we're already over here. And I didn't look at a map. At this map. I don't know how to get there. I basically just went across this way. Through the swamp. So, I mean, it wasn't like I was discovering, I wasn't an adventurer or whatever. I wasn't trying to be Vasco da Gama and Columbus and whatever. All these Discover guys. Alright, so this is actually a lodestar. Fixing a lodestar. Repair. Refuel. Done. I should refuel my other truck here too. But I really don't need it to be a generator. I'm just going to run the generator. Anywho, we finished that. So thank you all so much for watching. I won't make you guys watch me drive this other truck back down into the quarry. But it will be back here for a future episode. I'll drive it back down, hook it back up. So, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.